All my life, I've dismissed tales of mystical forces and dark rituals. I trusted what I could see and prove, and I thought the world ran on reason alone. I never imagined that I would encounter something so unexplainable that it would shatter my skepticism completely. The experience I'm about to tell you changed the way I see reality forever. 2 years ago, in 2023, I lost everything. My job, my wife, and even my peace of mind. I had been married for 8 years to my dear wife, who has since passed away. We had 2 children together. But back then, I made one of the worst mistakes of my life. One day, I met a woman a year older than me through work. We started dating, and eventually, she got pregnant. I told her to have an abortion, but she refused and became furious, blocking all communication with me. A friend then gave me terrible advice. He said I should pretend to accept the pregnancy, gain her trust again, and then secretly give her abortion pills. Foolishly, I followed his advice. I went back to her, apologized, pretended to accept everything, and even bought baby items. Then one day, I gave her a pill, telling her it was just a vitamin. She trusted me and took it. The pregnancy ended. After that, I blocked her and moved on. Looking back, what I did was cruel, evil, and unforgivable. I wasn't thinking straight. I apologized to her many times later, and she forgave me, but by then it was too late. What I didn't know at the time was that what I did broke her. She suffered mentally and had to see a psychologist. When she recovered, she went to a witch doctor to get revenge on me. At the beginning of 2024, I got a call that my wife had been rushed to the hospital. There, doctors told us she had been 4 months pregnant but had suffered a miscarriage. This made no sense. She had been on family planning, and even if it had failed, she would have known. You don't just discover a 4-month pregnancy by surprise. Tragically, she later passed away. After my wife's death, I wasn't okay. I was traumatized, and strange things started happening. At night, I would see big black snakes in our bedroom, only for them to disappear. But it wasn't just in my head. For 5 days straight, the maid and guard found actual snakes in the house. On the 5th day, one was found right next to my baby. That was the last straw. We moved out of that house. In the new place, it got worse. One day, a bee came out of nowhere and stung me on the cheek. Everything went dark. The next thing I knew, I was being held down by people. I was on top of the maid, trying to force myself on her. That was the beginning of my breakdowns. Later, my parents took me to a witch doctor, even though I didn't believe in such things. For a week I seemed okay, but then it all came back. One night, I went to the toilet and saw something terrifying, a small open coffin. Inside was a newborn baby, still bloody, with the umbilical cord attached. I screamed until everyone woke up, but no one else could see it. The next day, my dad called a reverend to pray for me. While he was praying, the coffin appeared again. I shouted, "There it is!" This time, the reverend saw it too. Everyone ran. Since then, the coffin keeps appearing, especially when there's no electricity. Every time it does, I lose my mind until people restrain me and pour water on me to bring me back. The woman I wronged, my former mistress, eventually forgave me. She told me that my wife wasn't supposed to die, and that what happened wasn't meant to be permanent. Even her witch doctor admitted something went wrong and couldn't be undone. Now it's been over a year. I've thought about ending my life many times, but my kids are the only reason I'm still here. I know this sounds unbelievable. I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't lived through it. But after everything I've seen, the snakes, the coffin, the breakdowns, I can't explain it away anymore. There are things in this world we can't really understand.